Hey guys, what's up? So, how's everybody doing? I've been sick, so my voice sounds kind of like shit. And when I went to edit this, I realized they were mowing in the background, so my footage came out kind of garbled. So that is why I am now doing a voiceover, because it sounded like crap, and I was totally upset about that. But anyway, moving on. We're going to be doing As If You Couldn't Read, but I'll just assume you couldn't. 4 looks in one palette using the Morphe 35. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. So yeah, anyway, we're going to be reading the shadows from exactly opposite of how I have it pictured, top to bottom, left to right. So where my middle finger is kind of on the non-Little Mermaid hand is now resting is row 1, shade 1. So we're going to kind of be doing it that way. Just kind of wanted to let you know to make it just a little easier throughout this. And I'm sorry if I make gross noises, but like I said, I am sick. So starting off with look 1. I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Rimmel Match Perfection. And yeah, this is like one of my favorite concealers to prime and set the eyes with, and I love it. So anyway, yeah, using the Morphe E8 to kind of, you know, mash that down and all that. Gotta love my professional terms. Such a great makeup artist. So yeah, we're going to be using the first shade in the first row to set this concealer in basically all of these looks, just so you know, and then going with the E27 with our transition shade, which is the row 1, shade 5, and is also going to be our transition for majority of these looks. And I'm kind of taking this out to the side of my eye to kind of give my eye like an elongated shape. And yeah, so then I'm using the same brush, the E27, with the shade in the second row, the 4th shade, and just placing it just below that first crease shade, and then going back and kind of blending those two together seamlessly. Going in with that mystery green brush, which I figured out was from Mally Cosmetics, and just kind of blending that out with no additional products. Now going in with the R42 from Morphe and some NYX Glitter Glue and priming our lid for the next shade we're going to be using, which is row 1, shade 3. And yeah, it's a beautiful, just kind of, well, you can see like a cream glitterish shade, I guess. And this one is one of my favorite looks just for something quick and easy for daytime when I don't feel like doing like a whole lot of stuff, especially if I'm late for work. And I'm just kind of showing you how it looks with no lashes, no anything. And I'm zooming you guys in a little tighter just so you can see a little better, which was a lot better. Yeah. Excuse me, taking a sip of my coffee before we go in with the NYX or NYX, whatever it's called, who knows. And that's the Noir, I want to say. And please don't judge me. I am not the greatest on my own eye with liquid liners. It's crazy. I can slap it on a client in 2 seconds, but on myself, I kind of suck. So I did just kind of, but I just love the darkness that it brings and just how nice it looks. So yeah, doesn't really matter because I'm going to be going right over top of it and kind of tight lining with the, what is this called? Oh, the Clay Paint by Tarte. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really want you to see that, so we're going to skip through that part. And I did kind of put it on my lower lash line, just at the outer corners. I know it looks kind of sloppy right now, but we are going to smudge it out, so it's really not going to matter. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, just kind of fixing up that little bit of edge that I messed up right there. And just slightly. Going forward, I'm going to be using the Makeup Geek small crease brush just to further smoke out that bottom lash line a little bit and blend in the liner so it doesn't look like such a stamp on the bottom of my eye. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to slow it down and kind of let you see how I place my lashes like on a daily basis. little disclaimer, I do not recommend tweezers. Definitely one of those like blunt-sided plastic lash tools is good for beginners, unless you are, you know, well established with lashes, because you will poke yourself right in the fucking eye and it hurts really bad. And that's not good for anyone's health. I'm just saying. Yeah, so anyway, going back in with that NYX or NYX Noir liner and covering up the glue and the lash line basically, because I can't stand when that happens. It's not a good look for anyone. And then going forward with the Morphe R42, and I want to say it's row 5 shade 2 possibly, and yeah, just kind of smoking out like that bottom lash line and really like pushing it into the lash line, and then going forward with that Crown C513 brush and just kind of going with the transition shades we first used to further kind of blend it in and smoke out that bottom lash line. Blending is definitely the name of the game when it comes to creating kind of like a soft lower lash line. If even doing a grungy lower lash line, you need to blend like the living shit out of stuff, because you want it to kind of all melt into each other like more seamlessly. You definitely don't want to see where one shade starts and one ends, or you know, whatnot. You just kind of want it to be nice and seamless, and that's all I'm doing right now, is just kind of building that up until I like the outcome. Going in with the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and yeah, this is the finished look. A lot of tongue twisters in there. Sorry guys. I think I've done 5 cakes on this at this point. It's ridiculous. I can't talk today. And yeah, I'm just kind of making fun of those stupid poses that people do at the end of their videos, and I'm sorry if that offends you, but that's just me and that's all I can be. Alright, numero 3. And yeah, those beautiful swatches on my arm, Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. Can't wait to do a tutorial with them. They're freaking amazing. So yeah. Little bit of a singing dance break, and yeah, zebra tape on the outer corner of my eyes to kind of sharpen up that line, and that's what we're going to be doing in this tutorial, is a nice smoked out elongated lash line. And yeah, so we're going in with row 1 shade 5 again on the E27, and that's our transition shade. And then we're going in with row 4 shade 7 with the M514 and placing that just below our first transition shade. I want to say it's very similar to the first tutorial and the first couple shades. I think they all pretty much start with this, so if you wanted to skip forward, you could absolutely do that. It's pretty self-explanatory here, just going through and blending those out until I like the desired look. That's the green brush from Mally Beauty that I absolutely love to blend everything out. I never put any product on it. I just kind of use it to blend in everything. And yeah, so going back and forth, that's the M514 again, and using that to kind of build up the color until I get my desired effect. And back and forth with the green brush again. Alright, and then going in with the R45, and I'm going to start building like that smoked out liner, and I'm going in with row 5 shade 2 to start. Or no, I'm sorry, row 5 shade 1 to start. That's kind of what the line's going to be made with. It's like a really dark, almost grayish brown black. It's so hard to explain. It's got sparkles in it, but they don't show up on the eye. So it's good for like a look like this and to mock like liner. So yeah, going in with that, just creating like that winged liner look without winged liner. Just makes the eye appear more elongated, and for a daytime look it's great because it gives the appearance of like thicker lashes on the outer side and a more doll-eyed effect, even though we're not going to be wearing lashes. And going back in with that Makeup Geek small crease brush and just kind of smoking out that top lash line and kind of giving it a more softer effect. on that basic outer V of our eyeball. How did I struggle for that word? I don't even know. Guys, I suck at this. I'm just saying. Bear with me. And I'm sick, so I feel like absolute doggy doo right now. And then I'm going back in with that M514 and just kind of blending that in, going back and forth between the two. Just getting that to where I want it. Going in with the Sigma flat definer now. I can't remember the number of this brush. I want to say it's like the something 15. Maybe F15. And yeah, so pulling off the tape, and God, that is so satisfying. I love it. So yeah, and then taking any old makeup wipe. I want to say these are the Almay ones. I literally buy different ones every time, and cleaning up that outer lash line to kind of make it sharp and, you know, fix any spots that came through the tape, which we all know happens, which sucks. But yeah, so going back in with the Sigma flat definer, and I'm using the same shade, that row 5 shade 1, to press into the lashes. Now going in with Colourpop's Show Me, and a terrible product shot of it on my waterline, and that's kind of just like a golden-esque type of color, which really just gives the slightest hint of like a bronzy gold to the bottom lashes. It doesn't show up all that opaque unless you really build it up, and on this day my eyes were watering like always, so building it up was not good. Going in with the Wet n Wild Lash Renegade, and just like really coating and coating and coating my little baby chode eyelashes. Thank you, Tana Mojo, for that reference, which I absolutely love because I have little baby chode eyelashes also. So yeah. And now coating the bottom lash line. I really kind of like this mascara. Jury's still out. I'll let you know later on maybe my final thoughts on it to see if it transfers to my bottom line. Don't mind the fact that the rest of my face is not done. I had to redo this on a different day with no face makeup, and yeah, so, but that is the final look number 2. And me just making stupid faces and singing. Because we all absolutely love when I do that, right? Alright, so look number 3. And this one is when we start to get more fun. The next 2 are definitely nighttime appropriate looks, although I would wear them daytime because I can do that in my line of work. I'm a lucky ducky and I get to be super creative all day, every day. So yeah, going back in with the E27 row 1 shade 5, same transition for each one of these. I know it's super boring. I don't even know I showed you this part. I could have totally skipped it. And going back in with that same zebra tape, which I absolutely love because it's not that sticky, so you don't even have to put it on the back of your hand. You can put it right on your eyes, and it's just sticky enough just to hold but not to hurt, which I absolutely love. And it's so cheap. I swear, I think I got this for like $1 or $2 from the dollar store. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going in with the E17 now, which is just like the E27, only smaller. And I'm going in with the second row shade 5. Basically the same type of color, just like a little darker, and just kind of, you know, building up that crease. This is going to be kind of like a cut crease look, so we are going to be kind of going in and building up and building up and building up and then blending and building up. It's just blending and building is the name of the game here. So keeping on going in with that E17, we are now going into row 3 shade 7, and we're just going to start using that to like define the crease. I want to say that is like a legit nice orange shade, which really you could use any darker color in this palette to build up that crease. If you don't like an orange crease, then that's fine. You can replace that with one of the darker browns in like the last couple rows, and I think that would look beautiful too. That's the beauty of this palette, is there's literally so many different options with it. That's why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to show like how great this palette is, especially for those of you that travel. It's great. I mean, it does really well with traveling. I know I took it to Mississippi with me, and yeah, like it was totally great because I could do different looks with it, and I only had to bring one palette, so I absolutely love that. Going in with the Mally Beauty Brush again with no product, just like I always do, and kind of blending out what I've already put in, because I don't want it to be too harsh at the top. I do want it to be harsher towards the lid. For this cut crease, I did keep it kind of low. However, I will say, on a day-to-day basis, when I do a cut crease, sometimes I will take it higher to make my lid appear larger, which is so great about this, is that you can make your eyes appear like as large or as small as you would like them to. If you have bigger eyes and you hate them, you can kind of play around with this and make it work for you. I absolutely love a cut crease. It's one of my favorite looks. That and the halo eye are literally my favorite, which the halo is what I'll be doing next. So yay, yay, yay. Super excited. And it's not that exciting. I'm just kidding. Just a little dramatic, I guess. But anyway, yeah, so going back and forth with all those shades now, I mean, this is kind of like worthless. I don't even know why I'm showing this to you, because it's pretty obvious what you have to do to kind of build up that level of color that you really want. And yeah, I'm just going back and forth between the same brushes. And I did bring in the Luxie 237 into the equation at some point, and I forgot to mention that. So there you go. Now I'm going in with the Rimmel Match Perfection, which is like one of my current favorites to cut a crease with, just because I love the brush tip on the end, because it's easy to like do like a really clean line with. Because my eye is just like super wrinkly, I always have to hold it, and I know it's bad for your eye, but oh well. So yeah, I keep forgetting, I forgot in this look, and I keep forgetting, and you see how it just transferred on me. You need to set the concealer, like you need to set it. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking or why I did not set it, but you can tell like later on that this definitely moved on me. So yeah, you need to go in with like that first shade that we used to set everything, like the row 1 shade 1, and set that. But anyway, going in with the NYX Glitter Glow, of course, on the lid with the R42, and laying that down as a base for this next shade, the shade in row 3, shade 6, which is like such a beautiful like champagne kind of shade with like orange and like goldish like reflex. So gorgeous. And yeah, so we're just going to be kind of packing that on the lid until we get like our desired look. You know, I want it to be really like opaque and kind of give it almost like a foiled look. So yeah, and then I'm just going back in with that Sigma flat definer and rebuilding what I kind of lost of that shade, because I don't want like my crease to completely take that out. That was another issue that I did have with that, but that's why I went ahead and just posted this, because I did want to show that like even though I'm a makeup artist, like I do make mistakes and my looks don't always come out exactly freaking perfect, but you know, that's life and that's the way that shit goes. So oh well, deal with it. Yeah, so just going back and forth between those couple shades, and I love how like my right eye always looks like hella better than my left. I don't understand why that happens. I guess because I'm right-handed, so that would probably make sense. Duh, Jessie. So whatever. Yeah. Then kind of going back in with that like B42 and just kind of cleaning up everything. And taking a makeup wipe, same ones, the Almay makeup wipes, and just kind of cleaning up that side. That's like super important with a nice cut crease, is to make sure that all the lines are nice, seamless, and clean. And if you have to go back in with the makeup wipe, like it's no big deal to clean that up, as long as you haven't already done your face makeup, which as I as you obviously can see, I have not. And going in with one of the Morphe Gunmetal Collection brushes. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'm so sorry. And going in with Row 1 Shade 2, I want to say, and highlighting the brow bone and probably the inner corner as well. Now I'm just going back through and kind of building up everything once again and blending it out. I mean, like, building and blending is literally the name of this game. And don't judge me, I'm going back in with my zebra tape because I wanted to, just because it's a cut crease, I wanted to make sure that my liner was like really good, because fixing it on a cut crease is extremely difficult. So there's no harm in cheating. Yeah, so using the Tarte Clay Paint liner and that Morphe R42, I want to say, or no, maybe, can't remember which one that was, but you know, I've already said it, so you get it. And just kind of now going back in and cleaning up to make sure that that line matches and everything. It's just a small wing, nothing serious, just to kind of further give you that like Cleopatra eye look and make it nice and elongated. Going back in and just kind of cleaning that up just like I did on the other side, and making sure that both of those lines meet together. That's just the way that I like it to look in this look. Other ones I will leave the liner completely out, but yeah. And I slapped on some lashes. I want to say these are from the Eyelure Vlogger series, but I will have them listed down in the bottom bar. And yeah, this is the final look, and I really love how this one came out. I will have the products that I used on my face listed down on the down bar. So yeah, let's just jump right into the last fourth and final shade. Fourth and final look, excuse me. I suck at this. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be the last look as a halo eye. I'm going in with the E23 this time, not the E27. And Row 2 Shade 4, which is going to be our transition shade in this look. And yeah, just kind of going back and forth and blending those out. Then I'm going to be going in with the Royal & Langnickel BX95 brush with Row 3 Shade 4, and starting to build up the like inner and outer corners of the halo, and going back in with the M514 and blending that out with Row 2 Shade 5. And yeah, just kind of going back and forth and blending that. This is another blending is the name of the game. I don't know why I love these two looks, because with the blending and packing and placing and blending and building, it can get so tedious, but like I think it's because like the final effect, like with lashes and liner and like everything, is just so pretty that it makes it all worthwhile, at least for me. I know some people will think, what the hell is she fucking talking about? This is way too much bullshit to go through. But I love makeup, so yeah, I will definitely go through it to get to the other side, to the beautiful ending of this look. And I know lots of you will agree with me. So anyway, moving on, we're just gonna kind of go back and forth and blend the edges, and making sure that we're leaving like the middle of the eye open for a different color. And we're gonna be using, like, in my opinion, like my second favorite shade in this palette. It's the bottom row all the way on the right, shade 7 on the bottom row, and it's like absolutely gorgeous copper with like glitter reflex in it. It's like a really true orange copper, and I absolutely love it. Makeup Geek makes a really similar one called Flamethrower. I want to say pretty much every brand has one like it. Juvia's Place also makes one that's very similar. MAC makes one that's very similar. There's plenty of ones that you can find. Even if you don't want to buy this palette, you can definitely find a nice orange color if you're somebody that just doesn't, you know, isn't going to use these. But I love using these palettes on clients because they're absolutely completely versatile as I am showing you in this video, and I freaking love them. So yeah. And now I'm going in with the star of this show and some glitter glue on that R42, and yeah, so just gonna be packing that copper glitter shade right on the center of the eye. And I absolutely love this. Once I got done, and now that I'm editing, looking back on it, I'm thinking that maybe I should have gone a little darker in the outer corners to make up for how dark the middle shade was. Maybe place some black or whatever. But yeah, there isn't really a black shade in this palette, so maybe that's why I avoided it. But anyway, yeah. So finishing up this look, I'm going to be going in with the Spectrum Collections. I want to say it's just like a small shader brush, and highlighting the inner corner using that second shade on the first row, and then I'm going to be applying some Eyelure Nicole Guerrio Vlogger Series lashes, and I absolutely love these lashes. I've already beat them to death as of now. And then going in with just some black eyeliner. I believe this was the NYX black eyeliner, maybe. And yeah, and then using that same brush for the inner corner to smoke out the bottom lash line a bit and just kind of blend in the liner. Going in with that Sigma flat definer again to also do the same thing and just kind of blend the lash line. And then going in with Luxie 237 on the bottom lash line with that first transition color and further blending it out until I get the desired effect. And finishing up with some Superhero Mascara from IT Cosmetics, and this completes this final halo eye, which I absolutely love. So yeah, thanks for watching all 4 looks, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Peace out, Cub Scout.